Hey guys, welcome back out here to the Hetrick Outdoor YouTube channel. So today we're going to do a video that was requested, or I kind of asked if you guys would like to see. It's going to be the multi-tool video. I've got stuff to test it on here. I've got some welding wire, some roofing nails, some brad nails, piece of paper for sharpness test on the knife, a screw ran all the way in to try to take out, and a screw to run into the piece of wood to test the Phillips head to see how easy they roll or whatever. And then we have some regular like trailer wiring wire to see if we can cut. I think that's about it. So what we're gonna do now is we're gonna open this up. I haven't looked at any of this stuff, so come with me on our little adventure of crap I order off Temu. Remember, I buy this Temu stuff and test it out so that you know what you're getting and you don't have to waste your money on it if it's not any good. So we got 1, 2, 3. A very, very nice leather, cheap little holster thing. It's not part of this video, but it is for the multi-tool. 4, 5, 6. Got 6 multi-tools to test out today, guys. So we're gonna unbox each one, look at them, and then we'll get to testing them. So the first one here, the Strong multi-tool. Came in a decent box, so it's all metal, no plastic. Crappy nylon sheath. That's number 1. We've got this one that just came in a sheath. Looks to be about like a knockoff Gerber. So, number 2. Got a plain cardboard box here, and probably the smallest, cutest multi-tool. This is kind of more close to a Gerber dime. And I had a Gerber dime and it broke very easily. So, no spring in it. So, we'll see. But it does have a clip to be able to clip it to your belt loop or backpack. It's number 3. Number 4 apparently has a bit driver set with it, so it's got some type of bit driving capabilities. Feels pretty good, all black, all metal. Ain't got no name. Is spring assisted, so that's our first spring assisted one that I've actually opened all the way up. I guess I should go back and open this one up and not talk bad about it yet. Nope, no spring. And some type of bit that goes somewhere that just fell out. So we'll figure out where that goes in a minute. They all so far have come with nylon sheaths, nothing leather yet. This one right here has got the hardest sheath, so it's probably the best sheath so far. Then this one steps into place. This is the multi-tool. Real original name there. We're just going to call it a multi-tool. Box is a little flimsy, but I don't know if you call it a Seki. Is it Seki or Sucky or what? You know, I think it's Seki, but it might be Sucky. Very heavy, actually. It came with bits too. It's got its own little pocket for the bits in the inside. Sheath's nice and hard. Okay. It's got a fat side and a skinny side. I don't know how I feel about that, but you know, decent pair of pliers. It's not spring assisted necessarily. I think it just bounces off itself. Good set of cutters, it looks like. And last but not least, we got the satisfaction guaranteed, no name multi-tool. It actually came in foam, that's cool. Pretty flimsy sheath. I'm gonna do a sheath test later too. Came in a piece of foam, so it's probably the nicest packed one so far. So, packing quality is what you're looking for. This is the winner. It's pretty nice. If the quality of the tool's any good. It's got this one's actually got a nail puller, so we might have to, you know, drive a little nail in or something. See if we can pull a nail with it. Now that's spring assisted right there. Replaceable blades, even though I'm pretty sure you could probably never find the blades to replace this with. Pretty blue color, pocket clip. It has bits inside. I don't know if you can see that right there, guys. It's got bits inside of it there to use too. Don't know how I really feel about the bit carrying part. Just, I don't know if that's my cup of tea. It folds out. But I don't know that. I think I always just like the old screwdriver that flops out because you can't lose it, and I feel like I'd lose all these bits. So we're going to start. We're going to go left to right. I'm going to link all these in the description. We're going to run some tests, and here's kind of how we're going to do it. We're going to take the first one. We're going to open it up. We're going to show you everything it comes with. We're going to cut the welding wire. Then we're going to cut the trailer wiring. Then we're going to try to cut a brad nail. Then we're going to try to cut the roofing nail. Then we'll move over here to removing the screws. Once we get done with that, we're going to retry to cut the trailer wiring and the welding wire after it's been through trying to cut all this, because I think that'll be a good test to see if it actually held its edge or if it got damaged or what. I was going to wear some PPE for this, but I'm not going to now. I don't kind of want to. I don't think it's that big of a deal. So we're going to start with the first one here. This is the hinge strung. Like I said, real crappy sheath. I mean, it probably, yeah, it's a good sheath right there. Just light pull and it broke. So, just generally good cutting. You know, cutter. It's got some measurements in here and stuff. It does have that bit driver that I assume that the bit is supposed to actually be inside of. Retention on that's not great. That's gonna, well, I mean, you see all it fell out when I went to open the tool. So there's that. That's all that's in that side. Pocket clip. Your general bottle openers and awls and flathead screwdriver on that side. Saw, file. They do lock, so that's a plus. They lock. No, we are going to put a glove on. We're going to test the locks. So I'm going to put one of these in. It's not a real good lock. Bent right out the way. See if it works after. Yeah, it comes back out, but so not a great lock. Pretty flimsy. Try it on the saw, which is where you would get hurt. I mean, I don't know why you would be doing that, but it flims right out of the way. I mean, it does pop back into place. It's just slipping behind it, but that doesn't make me very happy about it. So here's the knife. So, of course, most of the time you're going to be doing like this, and that lock's going to stay just fine. See if the knives are sharp out of the box. That's a pretty good knife. We're not going to do an edge retention test on these. If you want to see an edge retention test, we'll do that in a different video. This is more about, you know, the pliers and stuff doing what they should. And then you got your saw and fish scale ability. I guess we could test all the saws, which I don't know which one of these is a better wood saw. This is the wood saw, so we can. It only wants to cut one direction. There we go. Alright, not a great saw. Can't say that I would ever try to actually saw through anything with one of these anyway, but it does have saw on it, so tested that. I'm going to back up real quick. Like I said, bottle opener, flathead screwdriver, all that good stuff. Since I have this right here, go ahead and test the screwdriver bit that it comes with. All right, no slippage. Sorry, I'm getting my hand out of the way. Oh, a little slippage there. It's probably more due to pressure. We're gonna try to close it all the way up. Not really any problem on the removal. No problem on the end either. So we're actually going to run this one back in with it. Oh yeah, no problem. All right, so the bit held up well. It does actually have a little bit of rolling on it, and there's just no way y'all will ever see that. There's a little bit of rolling on that end. So, but the bit locks. It's got a locking bit in it. This all the way back up. So you actually have to push that down to be able to reshut the bit. So that's nice. So now we're going to get into the torture testing of the part that I actually care about, the part that always mostly fails on mine, and that's when you're using the actual plier part. I mean, it's nice to have all the screwdriver bits and the knife on it and everything, but I always carry a pocket knife, or a pocket knife and a fixed blade knife and a multi-tool. So, but the plier part is where I think these really shine. So, oh, no problem there. Real easy. A little bit of trailer wiring here. No problem. Get us a brad nail off. If I can get one singular one off here. Okay, I can't. We're going to try to cut 3. And they broke. Broke on the brad nail. They completely broke. Not sure exactly what broke. See if I fold them all the way back together. Okay. Looks like this little piece right here slipped. This retainer slipped. Maybe. That doesn't matter. It broke. It fails the test. It's no good. Ain't no sense in continue testing. Felt good though. It felt like it was sturdy. Next up, we got the Gerber style. And I can't say that the normal person's going to be trying to cut a brad nail, and it made it almost halfway through it. But I mean, normally you're using them to pry stuff and ply stuff and stuff like that. And I wasn't even squeezing on those that hard, and they snapped. So we'll get to the prying and bending test, but if it didn't survive that, it ain't gonna survive much. So just like any other Gerber, this has got the sliding action head. Of course, this is not an actual Gerber, this is more of a knockoff. It's got a pick, and all these are supposed to lock into place. So I'm gonna do a test on the retainers again. And with this style, is more of a style where you really need that retainer lock to actually hold in place, because you're more liable to use it stupidly. So that lock gave up. And I feel like it doesn't work at all anymore. So call that fail number 1 is for that spike. The other downside to this one is that your knife and saw are all one combination. So it's got this little bitty saw section or serrated section on this knife, but we'll see if it's sharp. Try that again. It's not as sharp as the first one. And now we're going to do our retention test. And it folds. So try to pop it back out, work the lock. The lock worked mechanism works fine, but it still broke. Over here to the welding wire, a little more resistance than the first one. The first one cut better on the welding wire. Yep, a little harder there. Regular trailer wire, something you'd actually be using this for. Gummed it up, didn't cut all the way through. So, onto the brad nail test. I am going to try to get down to just, well, no, we broke one on 3. We might as well see if we break them all on 3. Ruh-roh, raggy. We got one that didn't break on the regular brad nail. Cut it right in half. Did not break. Heck, didn't even put a dent in the teeth. So now we're going to move on to the roofing nail. Ooh, she feels like she's cutting. This could just be a lack of strength on my part. You know what? It cut a good bit into that nail. I really think it's a lack of strength on my part of being able to get it to go through. We'll try one more time. We're going to try the same spot. I'll be danged. She cut through the roofing nail. Okay, so next we're going to test the little screwdriver that came with it. And we already know we broke the lock, but we're going to see. Nope, she ain't good for a regular Phillips head. Spinning, spinning, spinning. Gonna strip my screw for taking it out. Going in, So, wouldn't count on that as a Phillips head. Literally screwed up the tip of the Phillips head. So that's made out of junk. But we're gonna go back to the cutability. It did struggle with this welding wire before, but oh man. So it can't come back and cut the welding wire again. And we're gonna cut. Try it again. Just give it a fair shot. Oh, there it goes. Okay. So it's struggling with the welding wire again. More than it was originally after cutting through those nails and stuff. So now we're going to try the trailer wire. And no cut through. Cut through the insulation, didn't cut through the wire. So far, I guess if you're counting places, this one's in first place, sort of. I mean, the pliers held up. The plier part held up great. You know, they still function as they should. So, right now they're winning. I'm gonna do the sheath test here. See if its sheath's made out of anything. No, not made out of crap. So I really like this little one, and I don't expect this little one to perform the way that these big ones are supposed to. But we're gonna try to break it anyway. So this one, the screwdriver is built on the outside. It's very thin. So I don't assume it's gonna be doing much removing a roof screw or a deck screw. No. Nope. Won't turn the screw. Shaved off some metal on it again. It does have a separate saw, which is nice. And this is something I would like to carry, like backpacking. You clip it to the back of a pack. Knife, and that's really all it's got. Your bottle opener and Phillips are here. You got a saw and a knife, and then the pliers. So we'll do a little sharpness test on the knife. Feels sharp. Well, let's try a corner. Sharper than the Gerber, not as sharp as the first one. Again, if you guys want to see a torture test of the knife blades, we'll do that. Now we're going to test the resistance of the lock. Ooh. Y'all I can't get her to give up. Put another glove on, we're gonna double hand it. Do a little double fisting action here. Nope, that lock will not give up. Now that's the first one so far where the lock won't give up. Now, I mean, if you can close it, that's the next question. You can close it. So far it's in the lead as far as locks go. Guess we'll try the saw too, make sure it ain't just a one-sided wonder. Nope, she ain't gonna give up. Oh, blade won't close. I'm gonna put my other glove on. See if I can get this to close. Nope. I was pushing it the wrong way. Don't tell nobody. Okay, that's embarrassing. All right. Take that glove back off. Now, again, I don't know that we would ever cut, you know, a nail or anything with these. I mean, the cutting surface is very small, but we're gonna cut some wire. Like butter, baby, like butter. Better than the Gerber, actually. Perfect, beautiful. Trailer wiring. So it's got a very small cutting surface. So I'm gonna use a single piece just because it's got such small. Technically went straight through. It's got a little bit of sheathing still there, but oh, nope, I guess it missed a wire. Let's try again. It does have a little trouble cutting the sheath wire. I'm gonna move up to the 3 brad nails. I don't know if that cut or did it just break. So we've got well, we're gonna try to cut one with it to see if it actually cut or did it break. I'm gonna say it's cutting. We're gonna put 4 in there, see if it cuts through any of them. That joker's cutting like butter. That first one was a wuss. This little one's cutting through 3 or 4 of them at a time. Not really, it's cutting like one off at a time, but okay, it cut 2 at a time. This little thing, my Gerber dime couldn't do that. I broke my Gerber dime a long time ago. Don't want to talk about it too much. I'm gonna try to cut this roofing nail. I don't know that she's gonna be able to hold on to it, but we're gonna give her the beans anyway. Oh, that broke the pliers. Oh, yeah, no, I think we cooked them. You might be able to go back through there and bend that back, but I ain't gonna lie, guys. So far, this one's my favorite. I know I broke it trying to cut through a roofing nail, but and it did some damage to the roofing nail. So far, we're gonna try to see if she got any squeeze left to her. Yeah. No, she's busted, but maybe I can fix it. We'll see. So far, this one is my favorite. We're gonna do the sheath test here. Yeah, that's about what I expected on that. Up next, we got this one that really didn't have a name anywhere on it. Nope. Uses bit drivers instead of just regular pliers. Spring loaded though, so we'll see what happens. Copper wire, like butter. like butter. Like butter. All right. Sheathed wire. We'll try that again. It cut like butter. It just missed a little bit of the sheathing. We'll try to. Yep. Cutting the wire like butter is just missing a little bit of sheathing because it's not quite big enough. Flip it over. And, okay. Getting back into some brad nails here. I can't seem to break 3 off again, so now we're doing 4. So they better step their game up. Here we go. Bending the pliers out of the way. Don't stand for none of that bull on me, okay? See what, I got 2. I got one that's cut in half right here. We're gonna try 2. It's just glinting those out of the way. Try 2. It will cut 2. So it'll cut 2. Now we're going to move up to the roofing nail. It ain't cutting the roofing nail. Oh, she's jammed up. There it goes. It's gonna have to cut the roofing now. Okay, we cut the roofing nail. I don't know where the other half went, but we did definitely cut the roofing nail. I have to get a magnet out here in a little while and do some magnetizing. Still work, did not break. Take a glove off here so we can move to the next step. That's the knife blade. That's the knife blade there. No lock. So this is a lockless one, I guess. Yeah. No lock on this one. That's sad and unfortunate. I like them to have locks. Sorry, we lost our paper here. You know, it's probably in second place as sharpness would go. It's not bad, but it's not great. So no lock on that part. I know it came with a bit driver, but we're not testing that. We're testing, unless it doesn't have another Phillips head. But this one has a Phillips head. All right. Depending on which way. Again, no lock, so that folds. I don't like that a whole lot. Because you can't add any pressure. You start trying to add pressure and it wants to fold. Yeah, that's crap. But so far it is still cutting and has not broke. Cut that just fine. Still better, cutting it better than the Gerber. Does have more issue with the insulated wire. So far, even though the dime broke, or the little tiny one broke, I'm gonna put it in second. The Gerber's gonna be in first. The black one's gonna be in third for right now, because it doesn't have a lock for your blades, and that's just malarkey. This one actually comes with a ferro rod. That's cool. Did not know that. This is the Seki, but we're gonna find out if it's sucky. Just because the knife's right there, nice. That's actually nice. Something that none of these other ones have had is a thumb flip for the knife. That's good. This one does have a lock, but you know, we'll test her out. Ooh, it's a good lock. Double-handed here. I'm gonna do a little double fisting. Everybody likes a double fist. I heard a little pop there, but that lock's not giving up, guys. Oh, there she goes. Lock finally gave up. We have a complete bend of the lock. But does it still work? No, it doesn't look like it. That needs a little more lube. You know, though, it's got a lot more play in it. It still comes back to play ball. You just got to have something to push on the lock. You might be able to bend that back a little. Enough to, you know, okay. So now you got to have another multi-tool to lock your multi-tool. All right, now, and it held up real good. I ain't gonna lie, I had to put all my body weight on it. So that's impressive. It's you know, in second place as far as locks go. Screwdriver bit. It's a bigger bit. Apparently the whole side of this comes off. That's cool. Did not know that. Screwdriver bit does not lock, but does work. Really well. We have no damage to this one. This side came off, so we're going to see what this is about. A pair of scissors. Okay, well, let's, nice. 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 We do have damage to the blades of the scissors, and I'm going to assume it's from this wire right here. We're going to find out real quick. Yep, it would be from the welding wire, but this is a nice pair of scissors. I mean, just because we have them out, ooh, like butter. That's nice. Those are actually really nice and sharp. Something I didn't know. I mean, I've done no research on these guys. I got them out of the package, and we're beating the crap out of them. So, okay, that's not necessary to be on there for the rest of the test, I guess. The knife blade no longer wants to stay shut, but let's see. All right. So, wire cutters, no cut through. All right, we got a cut through. It's pretty easy. These are kind of spring loaded. No damage to the blade yet. It's cutting through the wire fine. It is having a little trouble with the insulation on whichever end's the final end. Gonna move up to the 3 or 4 nails here. Alright, we're going to move down to 2 nails. We'll cut 2 nails. Cuts 1 nail just fine. Up to the roofing nail. They're bending up, yeah. They bent pretty good, but I don't think they broke yet. They just ain't got no more in them to make it through that roofing nail, so they're not going to cut through the roofing nail. Go back over here to the wire. Still cuts the wire just fine. Is having more problem with the insulated wire now. For some reason that won't go back on. I don't know if I done bent something internally. that won't go back on. It's interesting. So I'm gonna rank this one still higher than the black one. I do like the scissors a lot. Sheath test here. That's a lot stouter sheath. And it still has bits, so not to quite chunk that one away just yet. Or actually, that was the sheath for this one. The sheath for this one is this one, which also has bits. Yeah, their sheath making ability is just not high quality. So that's the one for the Seki. This is the one for the black one. It came with bits too. Alright, so last but certainly not least, we've got this one. I think this one's really pretty. It's got a nail puller. Decent looking head with replaceable blades. Spring assisted. More of a little bit different style blade, a bigger blade for it. Ooh, that might be the sharpest. Yeah, that's definitely the sharpest one so far. So that's nice. No blade lock. I like my blade locks, but you know, if you're doing it this way, you're fine. It's if you're doing something this way and you bump down, if that would have a tendency to fold forward onto your hand. You'll say it'll never happen to you, but it will. I've seen it happen with pocket knives and a bunch of other things. So it will happen. Got a saw. I'm not testing any more saws. I did that one, but that was just more of a joke than anything. So now we're going to test the bit driver ability. We'll fold our bits out here, and we're going to get the Phillips head, but you know, you got to have a pair of pliers to get your bit out of. With. Hang on, guys. Okay. That goes in here. Fold that back down, fold that down. Not bad. Not bad. And no damage. So that's a plus. We'll reinstall this where it goes. Still not happy about it not having a lock for the knife blade. It just should be a mandatory thing, but it's just not. It's also got an awl for sewing up stuff. That's what this actually is an awl. You put your thread through there. Really good for working with leather out in the field. And then you have 2 different can openers and a small flathead bit inside of this one. And actually, I think this one also is supposed to have a whistle. So it does have a little whistle there. Now we're going to test the cutting blades. It's good, but it ain't great. Not bad. No damage. Just smash the wire. Try it again. Does not cut insulated wire. Gonna do our 4 nails. See how it does on those. It's already trying to just bend around them, so we'll see. Just like any of them, they won't cut the 4. I got 1 right here. We'll try 1 first. Cuts 1 just fine. See if I can get just 2 off of here. Nope, that's 4 again. It's 4 again. Okay, we got 3, which is I think what we started with originally. Nobody wants to get hurt playing with multi-tools. definitely cut through two. The third one, I think it just shot off. So it cut through two, still holding together. Go to a roofing nail here. Start with a new, fresh roofing nail. Come on, something's about to give. I can feel it. No, the nail's not giving, nor are the cutting teeth. I mean, the pliers aren't giving. I can't give it no more than I gave anything else. So, we'll try to cut these. Darn. So the teeth are shot, it seems like. Just bending the welding wire. And definitely ain't doing no good on that now. This one does have this hammer slash driving slash nail pulling, hammer slash nail pulling feature, so give that a test. You can drive a nail with it. Now I know roofing nails are a little harder to get out, because the ends, but it will not actually fit around the nail. So if you're using any real nails, you're not going to be able to get in there and get that pulled off just because of this angle. Try it again, just make sure. You do get plenty of leverage. It just won't go in there and get a good bite. She might be coming out now, y'all. You just got to work it a lot. But then it starts slipping. But it did start to pull the nail. If you wanted to fight with it some more, it would probably eventually get the nail out. We do have a new problem, which is she is wobbly side to side. So I'm going to say, had I continued trying to cut through the roofing nail here, try it again just for shits and giggles. Did finally cut through it without breaking. So we're going to test the sheath right here, and then I'm going to give you guys my opinion on first to last ranking. Ooh. Okay, now I did this other one without a glove on one hand, so I'm going to take the glove off. A little bit better made sheath here. Still not good enough. So, ranking from worst to best or best to worst. Let's see. Number one, I'm gonna have to give it to the Gerber knockoff. Still works just fine, even though it's not spring loaded. The lock did give up pretty easy, but the plier part of this stayed the most true. I mean, they do flex a little and bend a little. Well, you know what? We're going to add another test in here, guys. They bent a little, but they're still usable. I'm going to put a glove on, and we're going to do that to all of them just real quick. Then I'll make my decision. But so far, that one's at first. This would probably be my second place one. It held up good. I like the weight. They bent a little, just like the last ones did. I don't know if you guys can see that. So far, we've got two that have bent out just a little bit. So still gonna hold a second place with it. I don't even know if you're gonna be able to do that with these since they broke. Not really, you can't get a good grip on it. Bent them pretty good on that one. There's that one I trashed pretty quick. Had one I chunked and got rid of pretty quickly because it wasn't working. I was right here. Because I broke the pliers on it. We'll see if we can get a grip. Can barely even get them open. Can we get them to grip anything? Not really. They didn't bend, but I don't know if that's not because I can't not get a grip on there. Like I can't actually grip it. This one lost a little teeth doing it because it still wants to grip. This one's a little funky now. They too bent just a little bit. And last but certainly not least, these are spring loaded. I like these. And they actually bent a whole lot. So, first to last. Going with the Gerbers are in first place. This thing impressed me a stupid amount. It held up with the big boys. It's going in second. These other blue ones here are going to go in third. This pair here is going to go in fourth. They did eventually break, but they held in there pretty good. So we got first, second, third, fourth. The springy ones, though they bent real bad on that test, and they don't have a lock either. They're going to third, fourth, fifth. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, they're going to fifth because I can't count. And in last place is the ones that just completely had an utter and total failure. Is these that I really had good hopes for. I was hoping it was going to be like a Leatherman, a little closer to a Leatherman, but they gave up real easy. So from first to last, you got the Gerber knockoff. I'm gonna call this a Gerber dime knockoff. This one, which, you know, worked well. This one that came with the scissors, that the scissors don't want to go back on now for whatever reason. Because something bent inside. This black pair and this pair. I was gonna keep a pair to put on my belt. I'm probably gonna actually try to fix this one and carry this one if I can. I'm hoping it's gonna be a pretty simple lock fix. Just squeeze that with a pair of pliers, but we'll see. So yeah, as far as Temu gear goes, I would definitely buy this one. This one's not awful either, but it's still not my favorite. But it did win, I guess, if we're picking a winner. And this one's just stupid heavy, but worked well. This would probably be the middle of the board. I liked the thumb thing for the knife, and I liked that it came with a pair of scissors separate. That was pretty cool. Stay away from these two for sure. So if you have to pick one of these four, depending on your size preference, your style preference, and what you want it to be able to do. If I had to go back and just buy two of these, I would pick the little tiny one because I was super impressed by it, and I would pick the one that comes with the extra pair of scissors, the pair of scissors that comes off. They did a really good job, and nobody's going to beat these this way repetitively. But it is just good to see how they'll hold up to a little bit of abuse that goes beyond, you know, your normal wear and tear on them. So guys, that's going to do it. I want to thank you guys for watching. Y'all remember to like and subscribe. Remember, I'm buying this stuff and testing this stuff, so you don't have to. Y'all stay frosty, and I'll see you next time.